tell me, Steve, when we look at what's happened, and just coming a few days after the delisting idea came out, or should I say they were going to institute it, they make this U-turn. The question's got to be why.
Well, it appears, and again, appears, we need to get the statements on the reasoning why they've done this, but it appears to be a bit of a rebuke of the Treasury Department and the Trump administration, the Trump executive order on the delisting, because the statement basically points to a particular article or a frequently asked question, 857, in the Treasury Department statement on the criteria for a push to delist. I'm getting a bit technical, but of course, as we've been reading in the last couple of minutes, the statement coming from the NYSE saying, in further consultation with the relevant regulatory authorities in connection with the Office of Foreign Assets Control, which is under the Treasury Department, frequently asked question 857, which I'm going to read to you in just a second. They're citing that. The NYSE is now no longer intends to move forward with the delisting action in relation to the three issuers, those being China Telecom, China Mobile, and China Unicom. Now, what is FAQ 857? Well, I have that in my hand, hence the reading glasses here. That is basically a statement giving the criteria for which to name a company that could be delisted. And among those criteria, the Treasury would list them as subsidiaries of any entity that issues publicly traded securities that is A, 50% or more owned by one or more communist Chinese military companies identified in that executive order from Donald Trump, or determined to be controlled by one or more communist Chinese military companies as outlined in the executive order. In addition, Treasury may determine that an entity, including a subsidiary, is a Chinese communist military company operating directly or indirectly in the United States or in any of its territories. Now, in that statement from the NYSE, they are citing this particular point in the executive order. So I am speculating here that they have gone through with their lawyers and the regulatory bodies and found that perhaps those listing requirements are not necessarily met, or those requirements in the executive order for the delisting, and that ownership from the Chinese military, the Chinese government in these three particular Chinese telecommunications companies does not necessarily warrant the NYSE to take action on the Trump administration's executive order.